BlameF, thank you so much for joining me for a few words. I know it's never easy in situations like this, particularly with Mirage. You had such a solid lead coming out of that first half. What happened from your perspective coming into that second half that allowed NAVI to be pushing it to that OT and ultimately sealing it?
I mean, a lot of stuff happened. It's hard to say because, like, I know what happened, but it's like I don't want to you sit and talk negative about how we did it and everything. But we had a lot of leads and stuff, but we just every time we had an entry, like we have a lot of stuff we talked about how we're gonna do after that, but we just didn't do it in this match. Every time something happened on the map, everyone was just like, let's just sit and hold. But yeah, it was just horrible, and I just feel like we didn't capitalize on our entries and our good. Like a good situations. I think we had lots of situations where we got mid-control or something and we were ready to do like the stuff we talked about, but instead of doing it, we just ended up like sitting and not doing anything, and yeah, I think it just cost us a lot of rounds and in the end cost us the game.
So do you feel like it was a sort of strategic issue, or does it sound more like a communication issue for the team in terms of that second map?
I think people were just honestly a little bit afraid or something. Like obviously they're the better team, but we could have won Mirage. Obviously had a great lead and had lots of rounds we could have won, so I think it was just people trying to maybe, I don't know, like not lose the round instead of trying to win the round or something, I don't know, but it was definitely horrible. But yeah, I'm still happy that we managed to get a close map against NAVI at least. Instead of just getting slammed, we showed that we could actually compete with them.
I know that Config, I believe he alluded to it earlier on in the tournament, that you're actually calling on Mirage. Is that the case?
Yeah, I'm calling on Mirage.
Why did that come about? Why was that decision made? Who said that?
I mean, it was just the team who asked me if I wanted to do it. And just because, like, obviously, like, we have Glaive and Sybex who doesn't really like the map that much, and we had really poor results on it before, like, people didn't really want to play it, and I think we have, like, a couple guys on the team that want to play the map, and then we have a couple of guys that didn't want to play the map, so they just asked me, like, can you maybe try to call on it and then maybe see if it gets better, and then I said, like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, definitely looking back at complexity as well in terms of when you were leading there and your prowess on that map. Is that going to extend to any other maps, or is that specifically just for Mirage?
It's not going to extend to any other maps, no way. It's just Mirage, just simply because, yeah, I just played it so much, and yeah, Glaive and Sybex obviously haven't played it much, so it's not something that's going to happen on any other map, and it's kind of a rare situation, because obviously, like, you don't need... Mirage is more simple than a lot of other maps, and also the roles made more sense. If I was calling, then Config and me could take map control in the middle, and that was what we used to do, and it just made more sense overall.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Thank you for clarifying that. I do want to give you just the time to say anything to the fans, obviously rooting for you in the arena and at home as well. Anything you want to say to them at the end of the season?
I just want to say thank you to all our fans. Like, we get a lot of support, even though we haven't had the best results. It's been a little bit better lately, so we're happy with that, of course. But no matter what happens, we just got so much support from the fans, and I feel it a lot as well personally, with people writing me all the time. So I'm just really thankful for that, and it just makes us motivated to keep pushing.
Well, thank you as well, BlameF. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.